Good morning, everybody. So I want to share to you out of the book of Mark, chapter 10. I'm going to read verses 2 through 9. Some Pharisees came up to Jesus, testing him, and began to question him whether it was lawful for a man to divorce a wife. And he answered and said to them, "What did Moses commanded you?" They said, "Moses permitted a man to write a certificate of divorce and send her away." But Jesus said to them, "Because of your hardness of heart, he wrote this commandment. But from the beginning of creation, God made them male and female. For this reason, a man shall leave his father and mother, and the two shall become one flesh. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. What therefore God has joined together, let no man separate." All right, so the Pharisees, they're constantly trying to capture Jesus and anything that they could use against them to try to have him put away with for blasphemy, false teachings, you name it. And one aspect that they used was on the subject of divorce. Because by the law of Moses, a man was allowed to divorce his wife and write a certificate of divorce and send her away. And if I remember right, actually, the intent of that was for the sole purpose of infidelity, but in actuality, it was written because of man's hardened heart, as Jesus said, because God never intended for divorce at all. I mean, our first marriage we see in the Bible is Adam and Eve. And Jesus enforces the fact that divorce was never meant to take place by quoting Scripture itself in Genesis. Where God stated that a man and a female shall be joined together as one flesh. The man will leave basically his parents and join with his wife. So when God brings two people together and they get married, it was never meant for them to ever separate or be divorced again. So, what the Pharisees were basically trying to do, in my opinion, they were very intent on trying to legalize the law of Moses as being absolute. The law of Moses was it because God gave Moses those laws. And what Jesus was trying to tell them when it came to this particular question that they were trying to entrap him with was that law about divorce wasn't written because God said, man can separate from his wife whenever he wants. Jesus flat out told them in their face the only reason Moses wrote that law was because of man's hardened heart. Because of man's will to do what he wants to do, no matter what. and it's kind of a sad thing. And then when Moses wrote that, if I remember right, when he did write that commandment, God was allowing it for an adulterous affair only. But what the Pharisees did, they turned it to justify a man sending his wife away and giving her a divorce decree for any reason that he saw fit. You know, we kind of discussed this in Sunday school. You know, a couple of days ago, and you know, if a wife burnt dinner, you know, a man was allowed to divorce her and send her away. I mean, they still had a little bit of a process to go through, but it was pretty simple. You know, if the woman made the guy upset, he can divorce her, and that's what they used it for. That's what they used that command for. To justify, to legalize, there you go, to legalize divorce to suit their purpose. When God clearly, did not intend divorce, but, you know, but relented to give the commandment to Moses that in the case of infidelity or adulterous, you know, event, then is a man permitted to write a divorce decree and send the wife away. That was the only reason. But even then, God emphasized that if, in His eyes, you're always going to be married. So, anyways, I hope this reaches somebody. God bless you, and have a good day. Bye.